Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So nothing's really happened. I think we had some not really negative results, but revenue was down on Amazon last night, and tech stocks are getting a bit of a hiding in Asia at the moment. So that could be what's impacting the futures market at the moment. So the futures market for the Nasdaq at the moment is down 1.2%, and obviously the S&P is down quite a bit, but the US futures is not really down at the moment, just down 0.3% compared to 0.75% for the S&P 500. So I think the moral of the story is tech stocks are getting a bit of a hammering today, as they have been getting. They've been going through these cycles for a couple of weeks now, where they get hammered, then they recover, then they get hammered, and they recover. So, and that's predominantly driven by some of the Chinese sentiment at the moment. So, for me, we are in a very tight range this month. This week, sorry. The month has also been a bit of a range, but a much bigger range. So, the last week has been a very tight range. And if we just get to the week, remember it is end of week, it is end of month. So you can see nothing really transpired this week, very tight little range that we've had. But if we look at the monthly, still a bit of a green bar. We've got some selling happening on the top here in this zone. Look at my oscillators. Oscillators are grouped to the upside. Not that it means much. You can see this was grouped to the upside for quite some time. Pretty much a whole year it was like that before it started getting a little bit choppy. So at the moment, you're looking for some kind of pullback, but I don't know if we're going to get it by the looks of things. But anyway, let's just get down to some levels we can trade. So if you look at the 3 hours, it starts becoming a little bit clearer. You can see this week has been really up and down. We do have a crossover of our oscillators, so the chance of a bit of a move to the downside is fairly strong, especially when they run next to each other like this. So you can see what I mean. When they run next to each other, it's normally pretty intense move until we get to the bottom. So looking at the 3 hour, oscillators get down to the bottom, then I'll be looking for levels to see if there's an opportunity to buy into this. Logic dictates that if we do break the range, that is the structure you're looking for, but I can almost guarantee you there won't be anything in that zone. So you'll be looking at this area here. That would be a target area for a break of the range. That's 34,631. So that would be my first area to pay attention to. However, and this is the problem when you're in a range, is you've got multiple levels where price will get held up. So just moving down to the hour, you'll see what I mean. So first level where you would expect some form of support to come in would be 34,900. If that gives way, then you're looking at 34,794. If that gives way, then you're looking at 34,724. And if that gives way, you're looking at 34,631. Important to note that you can see there has already been support at these levels, bar this one. Other thing that I need to point out, and I have pointed it out on all the indexes at the moment, is just get down to your 15-minute, move to the left, and start looking to see what gaps are there, because those are what's going to attract price action at the moment. So here's the first one. You can see the red bar's closed down and green bar gapped up. So that's the first gap. Look in between every single one of these. There's another one down here. So there's quite a bit there. See if there's anything through here. There's a big one down here. Look at that one. And that is all the way down at 34,040, 34,039 area. And so you continue down. You can see there's so much structure and there are so many gaps to the downside that you do have a pretty solid magnet to the downside. So you can see we've got a bit of a gap down, and normally you only get these gaps on a sort of a weekly open or close. So the fact that it's gapped down between that short little period of USA closing and Asia opening, I think is significant. So yeah, it's worth watching. We are still in a range, so I'm sitting quite tight on my hands at the moment. But if we do start breaking through the structure, then it would be more than likely an opportunity to look for opportunities to short and look at these levels. The other last bit of information is that the data that came out yesterday was a little bit shaky, and that it didn't really impact it. I think data came out over here somewhere yesterday, and we didn't really fall. You would have expected us to fall based on that data, but we're really trying to get a new all-time high, and we've just missed it. But anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. It is ranging, sitting on hands. If we do break through this, start looking for short opportunities, but they're going to be really scalps and coming down to these different levels here. And could be volatile. Just pay attention to stop areas, because it could swing wildly today, being the end of the week and end of the month. Anyway, enough rambling from me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.